Hey folks, hope you're doing well. I've got a few things to talk about, and thank you for actually bothering to watch this, even though it's not the most exciting, outrageous clickbait of doom and whatnot. So first off, I'm doing a fundraiser right now for a friend in need. He doesn't know about it, I haven't told him. I know that he would never ask for money himself, that's why I'm doing it. And I'm betting on the fact that he probably won't have time to watch this because he's very busy right now, so I can probably keep it a surprise. So I won't tell you his name, you'll find out eventually. But he is also on YouTube, that's all I'm going to say. And well, he went through a lot of crap lately, a lot of problems in his personal life. He went through a divorce, he has a kid to take care of, and he works a really shitty job overtime constantly and still can barely scrape enough money together. And he's been planning to move to Canada, to Victoria, in fact, to where we live. So he's trying to start a new life and get away from some of the major problems. I'm not going to talk about any of that because it's his private, personal life. I'm not going to talk about that in public. We'll see how much he is willing to talk about eventually. But either way, so as you can imagine, there's a lot of costs involved. He has worked his ass off to save as much as possible, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough, or at least enough to pull this off safely. So I really want to help him out, and since I have some financial struggles myself right now, this is the best way to do it. So why should you care? I mean, I'm not even mentioning him by name, so you don't even know who it is yet. Although you might know him, but I can't mention him yet. So why should you care? Well, if nothing else, this will be good for the channel because he'll be able to help out with videos. I've got so many things on my to-do list that I need somebody to help out with, especially since he also has experience with armed martial arts. So there will be a lot of really interesting videos that we can make together. And also, I've set up some rewards. So for the $5 reward, you'll get access to a video. Most likely, both of us are going to do that video. I say most likely because, as said, I haven't talked to him about it yet, so I don't want to make assumptions, but I'm pretty sure he'll be okay with it. So, most likely. It's going to be a live stream, but there will also be the recorded version of the live stream because I know how difficult it is to set up a time that works for everybody. It doesn't really work. So you'll still be able to see that. I'm going to send that via email. You just have to make sure to check your spam folder. And there's also a $30 reward that would cover a tenth of the fuel costs of the move. And in that case, you get the video from the previous $5 reward. And I'm also going to write a personal thank you letter. And I'm going to add a little gift in there. Maybe not so little, depending on what I think you might be most interested in. I'll just talk to you about that via email if you end up donating. So yeah, that's that. I'll leave the link down below in the video description. So anything helps. I really want him to get away from all his troubles. And it would just be cool to have him here and then be able to do things. And second, I wanted to thank everybody for your constructive feedback on the video titled "Is This Even Working Anymore?" that I uploaded a while ago, where I talked about how the views were just nosediving and things didn't seem to be working out so much anymore. So I found out that the problem obviously is partly on YouTube's end. There are still some issues, and I had to change a few things because of how the algorithms work. For example, I have decided to revive my gaming channel once again. It's just off on, whatever. But it seems up to be a better idea to actually put gaming videos there, and also other things like vlogs and rambles and things like that. I know that in the poll that I did, most people wanted to either keep the gaming videos on the main channel or, didn't care either way. But there are some problems with the way YouTube works now, because if I have a very wide variety of very different topics, then the algorithms can't figure out what to promote my channel as, because it's not And it would be easier if it was just, oh, that's the weapon channel or the historical arms and armor channel or whatever. And that doesn't work the same way anymore. So because it's a wide variety of different topics, I just get less views, which sucks. So I've now decided to put these things on the other channel, Skull Cave, which again will be linked down below. I'm not very happy with that. I know that many people who are subscribed to the main channel are here for all these things, and I'll still make personal videos every now and then, but most of that will be on that other channel, so I can dedicate that to, you know, less streamlined things, I suppose, whereas on this channel it will be more arms and armor, knives, firearms, you know, kind of more generally themed things. And I've also made some other improvements. I'm focusing more on the thumbnails now and the title. I know that I've not been very good with that, and I really hate clickbait and all that. I'm just kind of getting a little closer to it. I mean, I'm never going to do actual clickbait where I use a misleading title or put boobs in the thumbnail or anything like that. But I'm trying to make it more engaging to, you know, spark people's curiosity. So, and that very much helps. I've seen quite a significant increase in views. I mean, it's essentially back to more or less where it was before the YouTube apocalypse. As said, I'm a little bit disgruntled about that because I've always liked the more casual nature of the channel, but I do have to focus a little bit more on the business aspect at this point. However, I can still use the other channel for those things, which is also good because that means it gets far fewer views. That means it's more manageable. Well, I say more manageable, but essentially it increases the workload even further because managing a second channel on top of this is, of course, even more time consuming. But I think I can manage. I mean, I'll have to somehow. Also about the crossbow project, people sometimes ask if that's already happened, if I already have it, or how long it's going to take. So the estimated delivery is going to be around 4 months from now. It takes quite a while to make the crossbow, and Todd also has a waiting list and all of that. So yeah, roughly about 4 months, might be a little more or less depending on exactly when he can finish it and how long it takes to ship it. For the armor project, there's also going to be quite a bit of waiting time left for the same reasons. The armor has a long backlog, and of course it also takes quite a while to actually make the armor. And if you've seen the video about the cursed dagger that Jörg from the Slingshot channel tried to send me, he actually made a new one now, and is going to send me that in bomb-proof packaging. So this time, hopefully, it won't get stolen. And yes, as far as I can tell, it really does seem like it was stolen, especially since he said that he put a wine cork on the point of the dagger, so there's really no way it could have torn through the envelope. It really seems like there was some scumbag postal worker who actually cut the envelope open and stole the thing, which is insane and ridiculous and pathetic, but apparently that's what happened. But there will be a new one, so I'll still be able to test that, and we'll see how it goes. And I also got this here recently. And in fact, that friend who I'm doing the fundraiser for helped out with this. He forwarded the package to me. This was at Amazon. I had a gift card at Amazon and I wanted to get that, but they didn't send to Canada. So I had it sent to his address and he forwarded it to me. So that was very helpful because I needed more ballistic gel for the torso mold that I have. So what I want to do is put in a wooden dowel as kind of a spine substitute, and then have some PVC pipe for the ribs. I mean, it's not going to be terribly realistic. Ballistic gel isn't super realistic as a flesh substitute anyway, for blade tests at least, but it'll still be something substantial to hit for blade tests that should work a little bit better, especially for heavier blades, because you need a lot of mass, a lot of resistance in the target to not just be knocked over and not be as effective as it should be. So the mass and resistance should be not too terribly far off from a real torso, but you know, it's going to be a consistent and, importantly, reusable test medium, because I can melt this down. This is synthetic ballistic gel. So yeah, you just heat it up, melt it down, recast it, and that's that. And yeah, that's that. That's all I have for right now. So thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. And I'll be having a great day, or night, or whatever it happens to be.